Another day, another uncultured Gen Z boy reaction from Andy Rue over here. We're reacting to Annie Lennox. Why? This is a first time reaction. I've never heard of Annie Lennox, let alone any of her music. So we're going to check it out today. If you don't know, on my channel, I've been checking out a lot of classic pop, rock, metal, rap, everything. A lot of cool stuff that I didn't get to grow up listening to. And it's a lot of the stuff that influenced a lot of what I listen to now. So I just think it's a really important part of music history that I just have to discover. I don't think being youthful is an excuse to not check things like this out. So that's what we're doing here. But once again, my name is Andy Rue. Where are my two-steppers at? All right. Let's get it. Let's get it. Annie Lennox. I usually try to do like a little Google search before a first time thing, but I didn't do it this time. So I'm actually going totally blind. I don't even know what era she was in. Let me see. Let me see if it says it on here. I don't think so. Probably not. I don't know. 2009, but sometimes it's just like when the music video on YouTube drops. So I guess we'll see. Guess we'll find out. Annie Lennox. Let's get it. This is starting very interestingly. We got like this little pad in the background, just this little like synth pad, a kind of ambient kind of sound, and that was just the drummer on the ride cymbal, just ding 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 ding. Sorry, my voice is like gone. I lost my voice recently, so I can't do like the high falsetto stuff right now. Anyway, sorry, I was trying to mimic it. And then just like this like warm harmonization with this vocal saying why. I wonder if that's going to be the chorus, but this is a very interesting intro. I like it a lot. If you guys don't know, I'm a producer, musician, and engineer. I try not to pause too much, but I do pause a fair amount to just explain what I'm hearing and stuff like that. So let's keep going. I'm liking the lyrical content. I know we're like one line in basically, but I really like that. There's this very interesting guitar that I'm hearing. It's going like dun 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 dun, something like that. And it's like a dry guitar. When I say dry, I mean like it doesn't have any reverb or echo on it, or if it does, it's very little. It's sticking out a lot, and it sounds really unique. I like it. It almost sounds like a harp. Hear it?
But when I start to try to tell you, that's when you have to tell me, hey, this kind of trouble's only just begun. I tell myself too many times, why don't you ever learn to keep your big mouth shut? That's why it hurts so bad to hear the words that keep on falling from your mouth, falling from your mouth.
Ooh, I like that little chord. I think it's the stutter is crazy. I think it's a sustained chord that we're hearing right now. I could be wrong. It might also just be a seventh or like a diminished, but it's definitely not a diminished. I don't think it's a diminished, but that cool little like freezing. It kind of sounds like the track froze for a second in a chord. that I like that kind of like added some tension there. This is definitely, it might actually be 2009 because of the quality of this. Does not look like a video from like even the 90s or like 80s. This is definitely a little more recent, but I'm liking it. This is interesting. This is like I think if I'm following along correctly, it's a song about just regretting, whether it's regretting fighting, regretting arguing, regretting doing too much. And I think in a relationship, you should never apologize for your feelings. Absolutely never apologize for your feelings. And I think we should all try to be the best we can in relationships, try to like, react in a positive way versus, reacting in anger or, doing things that end up being controlling or just kind of like, being, doing destructive things rather than trying to actually, fix the issue. But we all fall short and we all slip up, and this is I think a really good song for trying to cope with that, saying I wish I was better, but maybe she's also doing kind of like a more self-deprecating thing that's like she might be taking it to kind of an extreme where she doesn't really have to apologize this much for her feelings and stuff like that, like saying things like, why don't you ever learn to keep your big mouth shut? It's like, you don't want to tell yourself that. You got to be nice to yourself, especially in relationships. They're hard, dude. Like, I've been in way too many relationships. Yeah, I'm not about to trauma dump, I promise. But no, like I've been in a lot of relationships where it's just like, I know it's hard, it's difficult. It's difficult to find someone that you click well with and someone that you can work through things with and stuff like that. And in the times where I fell short or they fell short, I don't think it was any of our responsibility to like beat ourselves up, over our feelings and stuff like that. But it's interesting. I wonder where she's gonna take this.
Too many times, why don't you ever learn to keep your big mouth shut? That's why it hurts so bad to hear the words that keep on falling from your mouth. Falling from your
Yeah, I love that chord.
falling from your mouth. Tell me I may be mad, I may be blind, I may be viciously unkind, but I can still read what you're thinking.
I'm watching this video, right? And I'm wondering what the significance of the color is, because it started off very pale, very desaturated, maybe not completely desaturated, but there was no color, in the shot. And she's like adding this significant, vibrant color, with the makeup, with the hat, and everything like that. And I wonder if it's more metaphorical than that, where it's almost like she's trying to like change herself in a way that isn't her, or maybe is just, just overperforming. That's a big thing. It's a big thing in relationships, is overperforming for someone. You should never have to like be someone you're not, or just do something way too much, or I think maybe this is a metaphor for her either just trying to change herself in general, or maybe that overperforming, like what I was talking about. Very interesting.
And I've heard it said too many times that you'd be better off. Besides, why can't you see this boat is sinking? This boat is sinking. This boat is sinking. Let's go down to the water's edge, and we can cast away those doubts. Some things are better left unsaid, but they still turn me inside out. Turning inside out. Turning inside out. Tell me why.
Yeah, I think she touched on a pretty important thing. When you stay in a relationship way longer than you need to, and she's saying like, oh, like, the boat is sinking. It's like we're like not gonna last. So what are we even doing, holding on to this and stuff, and saying let's just go to the water's edge and just it's love it. I love these lyrics. These are very good. Maybe the color's just like literally just introducing color into her life again. Maybe it's a more positive thing than what I was saying. Interesting.
I don't think you know what I feel.
Maybe it's like a reclaiming of life kind of thing.
You don't know what I feel.
I don't know. I think there's a lot to unpack there. There's like so much to unpack there, man. That's good. That was really good. I really enjoyed that. Nice. Annie Lennox. Annie Lennox. I see why you guys wanted me to react to that, actually, because I love it. It was super poetic, there's a lot of metaphor in there. It's a very interesting video. I really like that. Should I check out more Annie Lennox, guys? Is that how you pronounce it? Lennox? I don't know. I enjoyed that. I thought that was good. I try to react to a lot of like classic stuff. But some of the recent stuff is good. That's funny that I didn't do any research and I was talking about like reacting to classic stuff, and then it ended up being like something from 2009 or a little bit more recently. But if you guys enjoyed that, check out everything else I got going on my channel. I have a membership where we drop videos early. If you don't subscribe or purchase the membership, that's totally okay. You're not going to miss out on anything. And your subscription means the world. Your regular subscription means the world to me as well. So without further ado, I'm gonna get my butt out of here. Peace. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what else I should react to. Itsandiroo out.